and ready to meet and deter threats across the globe. This exercise set the standard for future combat evaluations, will inform future operations,
Under the blazing morning sun, the surface of the runway shimmered from the heat radiating off the concrete. Standing tall on it was a U.S. Air Force F-16 Fighting Falcon, poised for an imminent flight mission. Its sleek yet powerful body reflected the light, highlighting every aerodynamic curve designed for speed and agility. The canopy was sealed tight, and inside, the pilot wearing a tactical flight helmet and oxygen mask sat calmly, monitoring flight instruments. Around the aircraft, ground crew in orange vests and hearing protection scrambled to complete final checks, inspecting hydraulic pressure on the landing gear, fuel levels in external tanks, and the combat readiness of the missiles mounted beneath each wing. The F-16 stood like a falcon, about to strike silent, steady, but ready to unleash its fury. The General Electric of 110 GE 129 turbofan engine began to hum, producing a low, throaty growl that reverberated from the jet's rear. Heat shimmered in waves from the exhaust, distorting the background in a blur. On the wingtips and undercarriage, AIM-9 Sidewinder and AIM-120 AN/AM missiles were locked in place, while a targeting pod gleamed under the fuselage, ready for precision strikes. Inside the cockpit, systems blinked green, fully operational. The pilot, now gripping the throttle with gloved hands, reviewed mission parameters on a glowing multifunction display. Behind the compact design of this single-engine fighter was a machine of unmatched agility, designed to achieve air dominance in any theater, whether over desert terrain or volatile sea corridors. The control tower's voice cracked over the radio. "Falcon 1, you are cleared for taxi. Proceed to runway 27. The pilot acknowledged calmly and gently advanced the throttle. The aircraft began to roll forward, its wheels hissing slightly on the sun-baked concrete. The engine's roar intensified, echoing through the base as dust and loose gravel scattered in the jet wash. Ground crew stepped back quickly to designated safe zones. At the runway's edge, alarms sounded and a standby fire crew readied their equipment. The F-16 picked up speed, its nose now aligned with the takeoff vector. With afterburner engaged, flames and thick exhaust burst from the rear, unleashing massive thrust. In a matter of seconds, the fighter screamed down the runway like a silver bullet, generating shockwaves that rippled through the surrounding air. In a split second, the F-16 lifted off, its body ascending sharply into the sky with remarkable force. A near-sonic boom trailed behind as the aircraft pushed towards supersonic speeds. Inside the cockpit, the pilot remained composed, activating radar systems and defensive countermeasures. Below, the airbase shrank rapidly, replaced by a broad horizon and scattered clouds. The fighter shifted into tactical flight mode, ready to receive updated mission coordinates from Central Command. Up in the skies, the F-16 carried more than just missiles and advanced avionics. It carried a message of strength, vigilance, and unwavering air superiority. Every second in flight was not merely a show of might, but a calculated act of deterrence and defense. The roar of the engine echoed across the entire runway as the F-16 Fighting Falcon prepared for takeoff. Its sleek and aerodynamic frame glistened under the sunlight, with the cockpit sealed tightly, its reflective canopy concealing the focused expression of the pilot within. The afterburner ignited, and from the rear of the aircraft, thick plumes of smoke mixed with blazing fire began to surge, signaling the release of full thrust. The surrounding air shimmered with heat, as if the runway itself could barely contain the force about to be unleashed. Ground crews stood back in silence, watching with a mix of respect and caution, fully aware they were witnessing the beginning of a high-stakes aerial mission. The F-16 surged forward along the tarmac, gaining speed with every passing second. The sound of rubber tires scraping the hot asphalt evolved into a deep, thunderous rhythm driven by the relentless push of the turbofan engine. Dust and loose debris were thrown into the air as jet wash and heat distorted the environment behind the aircraft. Its thin yet powerful wings maintained perfect balance as acceleration increased rapidly. Inside the cockpit, the pilot remained composed, firmly gripping the controls, responding to tower instructions, while closely monitoring every system for peak performance. Seconds later, the nose of the aircraft lifted off the ground, followed swiftly by the main wheels. The F-16 became airborne, rising sharply into the sky, with a steep angle of attack, showcasing its unmatched agility and climb rate. The engine continued to roar at full power, propelling the jet through the lower atmosphere with remarkable efficiency. A thin trail of smoke and heat waves stretched behind, marking the path of this formidable war machine as it ascended, an unmistakable symbol of aerial dominance and combat readiness, rising from the earth with unstoppable intent. As the F-16 climbed to its operational altitude, the pilot activated onboard radar, transponders, and satellite communications. The airbase below shrank into the distance, replaced by an endless horizon and open blue skies. In this quiet domain above the clouds, the aircraft transformed from a pathfinder into a strategic weapon of precision, capable of executing missions of offense, defense, or escort. Takeoff was not merely the start of a flight, it was the transition from readiness to action, where speed, precision, and firepower converged into a single goal: to secure the skies and enforce air superiority.